Hey everyone, TGDamentOutdoors with you today. This is just a quick little video to show you how I clean pike, and I call it Ybones. The first thing I do is cut down toward the head, right here at the top, getting under the scales right down to the spine, and then I follow all the way back and take the fillet right off the fish. I do that on both sides. And then I deal with the Ybones after that, and ribs. So the first cut I do generally is I like to take off the belly fins. So I'll cut right under here on the belly, taking these fins out. Being careful not to cut right into the stomach if you can. You don't want to have stomach contents over your fish if you can avoid it. So I generally cut that out. It just makes it easier to take off the bones. Now, to the head, right down to the spine, turn your knife on the spine and back. You'll cut through the ribs as you go. You'll be able to feel them. Stay as tight to the spine as you can. Cutting on the pull. Try not to cut on the push, because it's hard on your knife blade and it just wastes meat. So I always cut on the pull. That one's off. Now the same thing on this side. Right down to the spine, turn the knife when you find the spine, and all the way back. Off. Now you can see there, I really didn't waste a lot of meat at all. I got the whole spine, right down to the spine on this pike. So on pike, you can see the tops of the Ybones. So the top is here, and the bottom is basically right along the middle of the midline, and the rest of the Y-bone goes this way on the fillet. So what you want to do is cut on toward the back of the fish along this Y-bones, and you've got a good indicator with the little white dots. Just cut just above them, and maybe you can hear my knife tick on those Y-bones. Oops. There you go. Okay, so that initial cut kind of gives you a handle to take out the ribs. I like it like this. I've got my little handle grip, tilting my knife up as I'm cutting, and I keep it right along the ribs. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going fairly slow, just to show you. There. Those are all of the ribs. Should be able to see them white against my glove. The ribs are out. To continue on now, follow that little initial cut that you made, and bring your knife just lightly underneath the skin, following the Y-bones, using your finger as a guide. And they'll end just about where that back fin on the fish is. That's where those Y-bones will end. You might be able to see right there. There, that's the end of them right there. And I just cut until I don't really tick on them anymore. Okay. Now I flip the fillet the other way. Go along the midline. Cut down about a quarter of the depth through the fish, all the way to the end of where you stop ticking those bones. And then cut up toward the back, and you'll be able to get out and right underneath the Y-bones. And again, you should be able to see my knife as I'm going right underneath those Y-bones. And I do a couple of runs of my blade like that, just nice underneath. And you can see those Ybones right along my blade, and there they are. They're all out. Make a little shallow cut, and then just peel them out. There you have it. All of those Ybones are out. Now to take the skin off, start at the back, just make a little handle for my thumb here, get it started, pick it up, pick up the fillet and skin and all, and I don't really move my knife, I move the meat and the fillet. And pull it towards me, just keeping gentle pressure down. You know, your knife is angled toward the table, not toward the fish, like toward the meat. If you keep it down and pull, just moving back and forth gently like I'm doing, that meat will come right off the skin. And in Saskatchewan, you have to leave 1 inch of scales on the meat for identification. So you turn your knife directly down 90 degrees to the skin and just give a quick pull away from your blade, away from you. And you have a beautifully prepared pike fillet with no bones. Identifier piece. There, boneless. And you may have noticed, or may notice on this piece that I have that top fin on, it's got a bone structure right here. It just means I was too close to it when I was cutting that off the spine. Not a big deal. Just go back and just make a shallow cut right underneath the bones and to the fin, and it comes off just that easy. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope that this method showed you a good way to take the Ybones out of fish. Hopefully that tip works. Enjoy. I'm going to enjoy this. It's going to taste really good in butter after it's been in butter. So I'll talk to you again. TGDamentOutdoors. Remember, hit that like button and subscribe if you hadn't already. Thanks for tuning in. I will talk to you later. Have a great day.